Where would you hide during martial law? Ever thought about it? In a world where the unexpected can become the new normal in the blink of an eye, being prepared for any situation is not just smart, it's necessary. We live in uncertain times, and the possibility of martial law becoming a reality, however remote, is something we should all consider. It's crucial to have a plan, to know where you could go to stay safe and maintain your autonomy. It's not about paranoia, but about preparedness. It's about understanding that the world can change quickly, that our lives can be upended in an instant. So where would you go? An off-grid cabin, a trusted friend's house? Or would you brave the wilderness or seek refuge in a prepper community? Perhaps you'd blend into the chaos of a big city, or maybe you'd prefer the quiet of a small town. Today, we're going to count down 9 of the best places to hide during martial law. Number 9 on our list is an off-grid cabin or bug-out location. This option has a certain allure for those who value self-reliance and autonomy. Imagine a location nestled deep in the woods or hidden in the mountains, far away from the chaos and uncertainty of urban centers. This hideaway is not just a retreat but a fortress of solitude stocked with all the essentials one needs to survive. We're talking about a well-planned cache of food, water, medical supplies, and even weaponry for self-defense. The beauty of this option lies in its isolation. Here, you're not just out of sight, but also out of mind, making it less likely for you to be caught up in any potential conflict zones. You're far from the maddening crowd, yet well-equipped to sustain yourself for an extended period. For survivalists, this may be the ideal place to retreat. Coming in at number 8, we have friends and family. Now, this is a choice that might seem obvious, but it's one that needs careful consideration. Seeking refuge with those you trust inherently provides a sense of security. It's not just about having a physical place to stay, but also about being surrounded by people who genuinely care about your well-being. Pooling resources with friends and family can be a real game changer. We're talking about shared food and water supplies, medical essentials, and even defense mechanisms. More hands make for lighter work, and in a survival scenario, this could mean the difference between life and death. Moreover, the emotional support that comes from being with loved ones can't be underestimated. In a situation fraught with uncertainty and fear, maintaining mental health is just as important as physical health. But remember one thing, if you choose to group together with your loved ones, communication and cooperation are key. Remember, there's strength in numbers. Number 7 on our list is the wilderness. The wilderness is a double-edged sword when it comes to hiding out. On the one hand, it offers isolation and a reduced chance of being found, especially if you're able to move around and leave little trace. The vast expanse of uncharted territory can serve as an effective hiding place, keeping you off the radar. On the flip side, the wilderness can be harsh and unforgiving. You'll be at the mercy of the elements, and food and water sources may not be readily available. You'll need to have a solid set of survival skills under your belt to live off the land, including hunting, fishing, and foraging. Not to mention, having the ability to build a shelter and protect yourself from potential predators or hostile encounters. However, for those who know how to navigate these challenges and embrace the rugged life, the wilderness can be a true sanctuary. Ranking at number 6, we have prepper communities. These are groups of individuals who, like you, are primed for any eventuality. They are the epitome of the saying, unity is strength. Within these communities, resources are shared, ensuring no single person bears the burden of survival alone. Imagine having a collective pantry, stocked with food and water, enough to last for an extended period. Moreover, the security in such communities is unparalleled. With everyone keeping an eye out for each other, it's not easy for outsiders to pose a threat. You can sleep with both eyes closed, knowing that you're surrounded by a community ready to defend each other. And let's not forget the wealth of survival knowledge within these communities. From basic survival skills to advanced defense tactics, prepper communities are a treasure trove of information. It's like having a survival encyclopedia at your disposal. In such communities, you'll find like-minded individuals prepared for any situation. Coming in at number 5, we have big cities. Now, you may wonder, isn't a bustling city the last place to seek refuge during martial law? Well, not necessarily. Big cities come with their own set of advantages. The major one is access to resources. Despite the chaos, cities are likely to have food, medical supplies, and other essentials, especially if supply lines are still operational. Plus, they offer a multitude of hiding places among the urban sprawl. However, it's not all rosy. Cities also bring a higher risk due to increased law enforcement presence. The sheer number of people can also make it hard to stay hidden, and if panic ensues, things can get dangerous real quick. But here's the thing. If you can blend into the crowd, keep a low profile, and know where to scavenge for supplies, big cities can become your fortress of solitude. While risky, big cities can offer resources and potential hiding spots. Ranking at number 4, we have small towns or rural areas. Don't let their unassuming nature fool you. These locales can be your best bet during martial law. With their lower population density, you're less likely to run into large groups or face the chaos that can come with them. But it's not just about the numbers. In small towns and rural areas, the sense of community can be stronger than in larger cities. Neighbors know each other, look out for each other. In a time of crisis, this kind of support can be invaluable. Plus, with the countryside often a stone's throw away, you have access to natural resources if needed. Picture this: open spaces, fewer people, and a supportive community. Not to mention, small towns are often off the radar, which could be beneficial in a martial law situation. Small towns could offer the peace and security you might need. At number 3, we have the option of moving outside the affected area. Now, this might seem like an obvious solution, but it's not always as simple as packing a bag and hitting the road. It requires careful planning and timing. The major advantage of relocating is that you're likely to find relative safety and normalcy outside the area under martial law. You're escaping the immediate danger and the restrictions that come with it. The situation is likely to be less tense, and you may have more freedom. However, don't forget that leaving your familiar surroundings also means venturing into the unknown. You'll need to be prepared for new challenges and possibly even different kinds of danger. Despite the potential difficulties, moving outside the affected area can be a great strategy for those who have the means and the opportunity. It's about weighing up the risks and making the best decision for your safety and well-being. Remember, sometimes the best hiding place is away from the danger. Coming in at number 2, we suggest seeking refuge in a neighboring country outside your home country. Now, this might sound a bit extreme, but hear us out. In times of martial law, your home country may not be the safest place for you, especially if civil liberties are being suppressed. Seeking refuge in a neighboring country can offer you a chance to avoid the chaos and maintain your autonomy. These countries often have different laws and regulations, potentially providing you with safety and legal protection that your home country may not offer in times of crisis. Remember, it's crucial to do your research and understand the political and economic stability of the country you plan to seek refuge in. Choose a country that respects human rights and has a good relationship with your home country. Sometimes the safest place could be across the border. And the number 1 place to hide during martial law is in your own home. Surprising, isn't it? But think about it. Your home is a fortress that you know better than anyone else. You're familiar with every nook and cranny. You know the best hiding spots, the squeaky floorboards, the silent approach routes. It's your turf. Moreover, your home is likely stocked with resources. From food and water to first aid supplies and tools, these are the things you'll need to survive. You can fortify your home, set up surveillance, and create escape routes if necessary. Be smart about it, though. Keep a low profile. Don't draw attention to yourself. In times of crisis, being invisible is often your best defense. So before you consider fleeing to the wilderness or crossing borders, look around. Your best bet might be right where you are. Remember, sometimes the safest place is right under your nose. So there you have it. 9 potential places to hide during martial law. Let's recap. An off-grid cabin or bug-out location provides isolation and self-sustainability. Friends and family offer a network of trust and mutual support. The wilderness can be an unpredictable but effective hideout. Prepper communities offer collective safety and resources. Big cities, with their anonymity and resources, can work to your advantage. Small towns or rural areas offer less visibility and more self-sustainability. Being outside the affected area, or even in a neighboring country, can provide safety. And lastly, your own home, if well prepared, can be your fortress. The key takeaway here is the importance of having a plan and being prepared. Each option has its pros and cons, and the best choice depends on your personal circumstances, resources, and abilities. Remember, your safety and autonomy are paramount. Always stay prepared.